Hello, everyone, and welcome back to a brand new episode of my hardcore survival world. So, I've been quite busy since you last saw me. So, without further ado, let's jump right into it. At the end of last episode, if you remember, we completed our storage building, which is just here behind you. However, I didn't fully complete it. I did forget to add a few of the details, so I went ahead and did that. And that's what this looks like. Now that we have the shutters on our building, it looks so much better. I was also able to get a glass resource pack so that the glass doesn't have those crazy lines through it anymore. I feel like it looks so much better. And you might notice here inside of our storage building, we have a few villagers and a pet wolf. So why don't I show you the expedition we took to get these villagers? As you might have noticed, it was quite difficult to get these villagers here. We started out with our farmer villager here and our cleric over here, who we've done a little bit of trading with just to bump up their trades and get a few emeralds and start working on getting some materials that we needed. We were able to breed these two villagers and get this third guy right here who has now grown up. He's a fully grown villager now. As you might see here, our cleric is a master now. He provides us a whole bunch of different resources, specifically glowstone and redstone, which were both very important in the completion of our skeleton farm, which we talked about last episode. Check out this video here to see the process of me making a skeleton farm. As you can see here, our farmer trades for wheat and carrots, pumpkins and melons, and he also provides us with golden carrots now, which is a really good food source for us. Not only do we have tons of baked potatoes now, we also have some golden carrots, so we shouldn't be going hungry anytime soon. Next, let me show you the farm that you see right behind me. I spent a long time between episodes clearing out the trees, flattening the land, and plowing and planting until we got this beautiful farm we have now behind us. So let's take a look. So over here at our farm, I'll show you from a bird's eye view just what we have going on. Here on the left side, we have a few cows and some sheep that we collected from across the island to begin breeding and collecting resources from them. Eventually, we will make another segment to include some chickens and maybe some pigs as well. As you can see here on the crop side, we have a few bee nests that we collected from around the area, and then we were able to craft some beehives to then expand our bee production. We grabbed some of these rose bushes from across the island so that the bees can continue to pollinate our crops and help speed up the production here in our farm. We also have our sugarcane segment so that someday we can make an enchanting setup. We're going to need lots and lots of paper for that. And over here we have our pumpkins and melons, which are a really great resource to trade to our farmer for emeralds. As you can see here, we have carrots and wheat, beetroot and potatoes, as they're kind of the primary crops in which we can trade to our farmer and future farmers. Aside from that, this is what we've got started. All right, so now that we have some villagers here in our storage room and a beautiful farm here behind me, I think it's time that we start building our villagers a home so that they can have somewhere to exist that isn't in my storage room. Let's get started with clearing some trees. So, I think in order for us to decide where our villagers should live, I think we need to make a few paths from our center point here so that we can sort of determine the best spot for them to live. Let's get started.
Now that we have this segment here behind me cleared out, I think this would be a perfect place for us to begin placing some houses for villagers. I think here in this little section we can make maybe 3 houses or so, and those ones ideally would be able to work here in the farm, and we can expand the farm and make it better so that we can continue to make more villagers and expand their housing further to the left of this pathway. I think one of the first things that we will have to do is make a villager breeder so that we can also make an iron farm. But I think I'm going to make those over towards the skeleton farm on the opposite side of the island. If you want to see how I made my skeleton farm, check out this video right up there. Do it. It's right there. Thank you again for watching. Tune in next time. Don't forget to subscribe. Maybe check me out on Twitch too. I have a little bit of fun over there sometimes. Anyways, see you next time. Bye.